What's going on, guys? I'm Ryan from Tailor Made Rejects.
Hey everyone, Alex, a guitarist, Tailor Made Rejects also.
And I guess we're proudly representing Rock's Not Dead tonight for the Koala Tavern and all the exciting things happening with the Rejects at the moment. And we're here with the fantastic and illustrious Chris from Heavy Mag.
Oh, but he almost made me brush saying that sort of stuff, guys. How you doing?
We're fantastic.
And it's been far too long since we've spoken, guys.
Yeah, it's
It has been
true.
a hot minute.
Yeah.
Well, we got
There,
to catch up on. We got a lot to catch up on, starting with the fact that Tailor Made Rejects will be playing at Rocky's Not Dead Festival at the Koala Tavern in Capalaba on February the 1st. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw you guys on stage, but all I remember is you were fucking good, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
fuck yeah! All right. Are you so you're going to be making an appearance at the Koala Tavern?
I live about a kilometre from the place, mate. So if I don't come, it'd be fucking
Oh,
criminal.
Oh, you don't have excuses. Yeah.
I can
yeah.
walk there, but I won't.
Well, we'll have a drink on me, all right? I'll shout us around.
Fuck yeah, that one. That's awesome. Now you get to be played with Avalanche, Snakebite Whiskey, Black Whiskey, Stone Rising, Goatzilla, Slythr, and Whiskey on the Rocks. So there's so much whiskey there, guys. A man could get pissed just going through the lineup.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know if anybody's heard Goatzilla, but they're fucking crazy. I like
Oh, yes.
Goatzilla for the people that know Goatzilla, like, oh my God, dude, they are so good live. I love playing with those guys.
Yeah, they go hard. They go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those festivals like the bands might not all be well known to everybody, but it's a great selection of bands from across the country, guys. Like it's one of those things that people could be umming and ahhing about going because they don't know anyone, but if you don't go, you're missing out because the talent there is fucking great.
Yeah. I mean, the way I look at things like that is, before you discover the next best thing, you have no idea what's waiting around the corner, and you can't rely on your mates to give you good music. You can't rely on your mum and your dad to give you good music. You got to discover that stuff on your own. The best music that I've found, the best music that I'm attracted to, even now, moving into the later parts of my life, was the music I found on my own in those moments where I was like, that's fucking awesome. So, do yourself a favor. Get out there.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah. And what best that live music, right? Where, you see the real musicians, playing, the gigs and getting excited on stage. I think it's the best for
definitely.
live music.
I went down there for lunch today and checked out the venue, and I asked the manager there, and you can actually take your kids too if you want. Like the kids can't go inside, but there's an outside area for kids. There's a playground there, so there's no excuse to take your kids down for the afternoon, introduce them to some good music.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Here's the deal. If you guys come out with your kids, I'm gonna make Alex go and shred a solo in the park.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, yeah,
Done. We'll keep it. I'll make sure I promote that specific part of this interview, and we'll get it done.
yeah.
Tailor Made Rejects went quiet sort of last year, guys, to recharge your batteries a little bit, but it's good to see you back. So what's changed with the band in that period?
Yeah, so we had a little bit of a break. We haven't actually talked about it too much publicly, but basically, when you work with a group of people and when you work in an industry like ours, you do tend to have burnout, and burnout does happen. And depending on the type of person you are, like myself, I'm a very introverted person. I tend to accelerate things a lot worse than in my mind than they are in real life. And I guess I just took burnout way too seriously. And that kind of pushed me to go, I need a real break. But it was quite literally not too long before I got that itch again because that feeling went away and I went, the band's not the issue, the industry's not the issue, the shows aren't the issue, I'm the issue. I need to come back. We need to do this again. We need to do this right this time. We had a meeting, we kind of aligned our focus a little bit more, and then we went straight to the studio, we started working on stuff, and we are the best team, better than we've ever been before.
And that's good to hear, guys. Good to hear. And I saw the band photo the other day, and there's someone in there I didn't recognize.
Oh, yeah.
Got a new member?
Yeah. Yeah. A girl,
I think
you
you're
think?
talking about Zach. Zach got a haircut.
No, that's the the same bass player that he had a change. No, no, not really. No, 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 no. Sorry for that. No,
No, it's okay.
we have Val as yeah.
So Val's joined us. She plays for a band called Chemical Prisoner, and during kind of our downbeat period while we were sort of trying to figure everything out, just a massive shout out to Val, because it was actually a conversation with Val that made me kind of switch that thing in my mind that went, maybe I've got to start taking this even more seriously than I have before. And her comments, like in our conversation, were very much around like coming together and being more like a family, and that no matter how long it takes between breaks, that we're always going to be connected by this thing that we do together. And it just made me realize that she is, regardless of whether or not she's been in the band since the conception of the band, or whether she joined a few years ago or even 5 minutes ago, she has always been a member of this band, and she solidified that by multiple times saving us multiple times. So a big shout out to Val.
Does she know all of this already, or is she going to be learning this when she watches this interview?
I hope I've extended my thank yous and my love
I
to
think
her.
she knows. She knows.
I think she.
Yes, she knows. And what is interesting is that even though we were a little bit with a downtime, but working on songs, when we came back to the room to practice, the magic was there. It was like we didn't stop playing,
Yeah, it quite literally felt like there was no time between, like when we decided to take a break and then come back. We jammed like it was just like yesterday. Alex is 100% right. Yeah.
What I like about the way you guys did that is like you didn't make a big fuss about it. Like I saw a couple of your posts, Ryan, and like you told people that you were stepping back from music for a bit, but you didn't make a fuss about it. When you came back, you didn't create a fuss about coming back. You just slipped back into where you were before, and I admire you guys for that. Very, very good way to do it.
Can I be honest with you? This really does reflect on Alex's sort of business mindset. Alex and I don't agree on everything, but the one thing that I've always loved Alex for is his like industry knowledge and his intuition. And his intuition has always been, just like when Nathan left the band, just like when we took a break and came back, we shouldn't be identifying ourselves with the things that we're struggling with. Those are for us to work through. We owe the fans music because that's our product, and Alex's intuition, even through the parts where we're having like tough fights or tough creative differences and whatnot, his intuition has always been incredibly strong, and that's why I respect him a lot as a musician. So that's a big credit to Alex.
Good on you, Alex.
Thanks for that. Yeah, and to me, what needs to shine is the music, right? And everything around is things that are around, but we need to make the music shine. And I wouldn't like to add other things around, music is the important thing for us.
Fuck, there's Brisbane that could take a leaf out of your book, guys.
Well, you see, like I'm very much like I'm very much in the mindset of let's publicize everything, let's publicize every fight, let's publicize everything, let's be so raw and real with everybody. But Alex really always brings it back to the point that we are a business. We're a brotherhood and we're a business, and our business is music. And what we want people to know us for is the music, and that's what's the most important. So when we came back, one of those conditions of sort of reworking together was we need to get in the studio, we need to start working, cut all the bullshit, just let's get to work. Let's actually get to work. Let's get some shit done, and that's what we're doing.
Cool. And that shit had been done has come in the form of the single you released late last year called "Hurt People," which. Absolute fucking banger, guys. How was it received? Did people forget about you while you were gone, or were they there when you got back?
I'll let Alex talk about this part because he's more on the back end, so you can talk some about.
Okay. I'm still impressed of the numbers because it's pumping. Last week was like 10K, but now it's like 15K streams. And it's going super strong. We are super happy with the reception, and it's a song that we wrote time ago, but we were delaying the recording, and we ended up, very happy everyone with the results, and we couldn't wait to release it, and we said we need to release this one as soon as possible. So this is the comeback song, right? So that's the aim of that song.
Well, and
Yeah, and this single as well. This has been the first time the Rejects have hit the amount of monthly listeners that we have just from
Hmm.
this single alone. We've collectively, gained an enormous amount of streams over time, but this is the most amount of monthly listeners we've been able to accumulate in one go, which is we owe this song a lot. And I'm glad we saved it because it came out at a time where it really reflected all the things Rejects had been through and all the things that we plan to do, which is, hurt people, hurt people. So let's stop being hurt people. Let's start healing. Let's start moving forward.
but musically, like the song is typically meaty as fuck from you guys, but to me it seemed to have a lot more punch and aggression to it. Like, am I right in saying that?
Yeah. Yeah. We've played live enough to know that, like, when you try to build out a set, when you first start, I guess, when you first start in a band, you want to fill out your set with all the songs that you wrote growing up and you want to perfect those things. But when you get into the actual business of music, you realize that certain songs really bring a crowd together and really like get everybody involved and excited. And so our goal was to think about all the songs that we've been working on, maybe, putting in a B-side and really bring them to the forefront. And Hurt People was one of those songs we always agreed was such a banger and it had so much juice to it. We just didn't, the timing was never right. And the timing was finally right. So yeah, this was pure aggression from us. And the album is a good reflection of, this is a good start to what we have to offer.
Hmm.
Tell me more about this album, guys. I'm dying to know about it. What can we expect?
Ooh, the unexpected, because I think it has that much variety in the songs. Every song is very different. It's very rich, and I don't know. We have from almost a ballad to super strong songs, like for example, "Her People," that is a strong, almost super heavy, and also we have pop punk songs. So as I said, expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
You got to let the title. What's the title?
Do we tell him, Alex?
Is it written in stone? Yeah.
I mean, if we say it now, it is. If we say it now, it is. You can't go back on it.
Oh, I really like the name. Okay, you say it. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to tell you the name, and then we're going to discuss why we've called it this.
And the history, because this is a name that started back in the day when we started, at the very beginning.
Although this word has, I guess, connotations to it, it is very rooted in the Rejects history. So we are calling the next album Afterthought, which at first glance is going to seem like, how would you imagine what's an afterthought? Is this kind of just secondary? Is this kind of, no, none of that nonsense. What afterthought means is we have been overthinking, overdoing, over materializing, over everything. This is raw. Let's just give them what we think is the best of the best that the Rejects has to offer. And we have such a collection of songs that Alex is 100% right. You have to expect the unexpected, because you're going to hear some heavy stuff. You're going to hear some Guns N' Roses sounding songs. You're going to hear some Blink-182 sounding songs. And then we're going to hit you with the most beautiful ballad you're ever going to hear. And I promise there will be tears. There's going to be some tears. So we brought the violins in. We've got a production for everybody. I cannot wait.
Fuck, bro, you got me excited. It sounds awesome. Is it finished? Have you finished it and put it together for release, or are you still recording?
Done. Ready to go.
Done.
We're doing the Rude thing and just cascading it and sort of doing a little dick tease throughout the year, and then we're gonna drop it hard on everybody. We're not going to talk about the release date yet, because that's still something we're negotiating. Because I mean, we definitely want to market this properly. We want to make sure that our reach is at the maximum. So I don't want to set any hard and expectations in place for fans or anything, but you can expect it somewhere in the mid block of this year. We're going to definitely try to get it out in the mid block this year. But before then, we will make sure that you guys have your palette. We're going to wet palettes. We're going to give you the songs. We're going to give you some stuff. So we're not going to leave you hanging.
So you guys are also going to be playing at the Monk and Pedal Festival in Womberall on March the 1st with the Bennies, Frankenbach, Pest and Fist, Beast Machine. Hell of a lot of good bands there, but the best thing about it, I can see the photo of the place looks magnificent. It's on the beach. It's fucking big views, big expansive views. It looks like the ideal place for a metal rock show.
It looks
Yeah.
amazing. We cannot wait for that one because the lineup is great. We'll be heading to New South Wales, so it's going to be so good. I mean, I cannot wait for that one too.
Fuck no. But before then, we have got Rock Is Not Dead at the Koala Tavern, February the 1st. Heaps of good bands playing. People should get out and support it. But aside from that, welcome back, guys. It's fucking awesome to have you back on the scene, and here's some bigger and better things in 2025.